Joining me now is Delaware Governor Meyer. We want to thank you very much for being here on this all-important topic. You know, in your state, 110,000 people, we understand, would be affected as the federal funding for food assistance programs hits pause today. It's November 1st. So how does declaring a state of emergency ensure these people will receive their benefits despite the ongoing shutdown? Because, Governor, I got to tell you, we've been hearing this back and forth. You know, are people really going to get the help they need?
Yeah, good morning, Laura. This is a total failure at the federal level. At some base level, you want to be able to feed your people. 15 years ago, I was a U.S. diplomat in Iraq during Operation Iraqi Freedom, and this kind of brings me back to those days, a government, a society that can't feed its people. What's different about America is we just created the first $5 trillion company in American history, NVIDIA. The same day I declared a state of emergency, what I've said to the people of Delaware, good, hardworking American families, we're going to make sure you get food. We're going to do everything. We're looking through every line of our budget. We're not playing political craziness. It's very easy for me to point fingers at others, starting with the federal government, saying you're not doing what you've done for 86 years since 1939 when the SNAP program is created. You're not providing what you promised to provide. So we're going to stand up and provide it for as long as you can.
Wow. I mean, it's really incredible because when we take a look at the numbers, you know, kids 5 to 17 years old make up 26% of SNAP beneficiaries, while 18 to 59-year-olds make up 41%. You know, those numbers are staggering. And as this drags on, you know, how do you see more states following your lead? Because it sounds like that's what's happening, kind of this domino effect across the country.
Yeah, well, listen, I mean, the initial reaction when the shutdown started was we cannot, in state government, fund backfill the millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions across the country, billions of dollars that the federal government provides. As a taxpayer, I didn't get any tax cut. I'm a hardworking person, didn't get any tax cut. Most Delawareans didn't get any tax cut, and we're getting a lot less for what we're paying into the federal government. So for weeks, what we were saying, I think governors almost universally, Democrat, Republican, are like, we cannot backfill. But now I'm at a point where if people can't eat, we're scrapping projects left and right with state taxpayer funds, saying, okay, do we really need to do that parking lot? Do we really need to renovate that building? Let's scrap that project and for now just use the money so we can feed our people.
Wow. I mean, you guys are really up against it. And you've got this state level perspective sharing with us now. You're on the ground as Delaware residents feel the painful effects of the shutdown. So, you know, I have a feeling what the message is, but what is your message to lawmakers on Capitol Hill who are unable to meet in the middle for the American people? I mean, I'm sure your phone is ringing off the hook with people who need real, serious and urgent help.
Yeah, look, what I see is two things. First of all, a federal government that just is not functioning the way it should to serve Americans. I don't think there are many Americans who can look at Congress and the presidency right now and say this is truly serving our interests. Last year, I think Americans voted overwhelmingly, whether they voted Democrat or Republican, for affordability. They believe that the cost of food would come down or stabilize when they go to the supermarket. They believe that the cost of their health care and health insurance benefits would stabilize or go down or stop increasing by extraordinary numbers. They believe their cost of energy would come down. And what we see now, November 1st, nearly a year after that election day, is just everything getting worse. And so my appeal to them is I'm hearing from nurses, doctors, practitioners. I know a lot of this, when push comes to shove, is about health insurance. The Democrats have refused to vote to end the shutdown because people's health insurance premiums are doubling. All I'm playing for is, yes, we have issues with SNAP. Yes, we have issues, as was just described. People can't travel, right? Airports are shut down. Please, while you're doing that, don't just do that and allow people's health insurance premiums to double, because I'm hearing that as well. My wife is an emergency room physician. She's in the emergency room working right now as I talk to you. And what we're seeing is wait times today in the emergency room that are intolerable, and it's only going to get worse if these federal policies continue. So I think we just need leadership on the federal level to make sure we feed our people, to make sure airports are open, traffic controllers are paid, and make sure health insurance is stabilized. It's really not that hard. There are many developed countries doing this. I don't know what's wrong with us, but who cares about party? Let's get together and fix this as Americans.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.